Hey guys, hello and welcome to this PHP and MySQL video series, and in this tutorial I will show you the basic working of $_post and $_get variable in PHP language. Basically, $_post and $_get are the methods that we are using in PHP language to retrieve the data from the form. Okay, uh, as you know that in HTML we have forms, right? So in form we have attribute known as method, which will either take value as get or post. So in order to retrieve the value of get, we will use $_get method, and in order to retrieve the value of post, we will use $_post method. The basic difference between $_get and $_post is that whenever you use the get method in the form attribute, uh, the the basic data that is passed via form is shown in the URL in the form of variables, whereas in the case of post method it does not hold true, so the variables aren't shown in the URL. Okay, so the best way to learn this is by the way of example, and I will just show you how to retrieve the values using form method, get and post. Okay, so first basically I will make a my form over here, and with the first I will making get method. Okay, and I will just write action as main3.php. Okay, and I will just close my form over here. Okay, so over here I will just write my input box, so name, and I will write input and type equals text. Okay, and then I will just provide it name as fname. Okay, so I will just break out a line so that it is readable, and then the last name. Okay, I will just copy paste this stuff over here. Okay, and this will be lname over here. Fine. So this name attribute in input tag is very much of importance, because it is via through this attribute we are going to access the value of either get or post variables. Okay, so I will just shortly show you the example of it, so don't worry if you don't get it now. Okay, I will just make a submit button over here. Input type equals submit, and name equals enter, let's say. Okay, new equals enter. Fine, so I will just save this as my get. Okay, we'll just save as get. Yeah, I will overwrite this file. Okay, so I've just saved this file as get.php, and I will just open the new file main3.php, which has already been created by me. Okay, I'll just delete all this stuff, and over here I will write if is set $_get. Why get? Because over here we in the form method, in the form tag we use the method as get. Okay, so I will just use get method over here, $_get, and all are capitalized, so make sure that you write correctly, otherwise it will throw you an error. Okay, it won't find the symbol. Okay, and what is the name of my button? Submit, it is enter. So okay, so over here I am going to I'm saying that whenever I press the enter button, it should something should be happened over here. Okay, so I will just refer the submit button from its name, that is enter. Okay, so now I will just echo out whatever I got over here. Okay, so I will just say welcome, just provide some space over here, and I will just concat. So if you don't know how to concat, it is with dot operator in PHP language. Okay, so I want to view the name, that is first name and last name. Okay, so name and last name, I want to view all both the name over here. So how to view? With the help of its name attribute. Okay, so I will just write $_get of fname, okay, over here. And again I will just give a little space, and again I will append this, copy, and paste over here. Okay, so it will be lname over here. Fine, and I will just provide semicolon over here. Okay, or else it will show me an error that echo names not initialized. We can say that names not initialized. Okay, I will just save it, and I will just now run into my browser. Open my exam control, it's running, Apache is running, Apache server. Okay, and I will just write localhost project and get.php. Okay, so it should be two text box over here. I will write name as Mustafa over here, and then I will write ABC. Okay, ABC anything you can write. Okay, so it just transformed to another page, and it tells me that welcome Mustafa BC. Okay, so Mustafa is my name, F name, and BC is my last name over here. And and you can see that in URL the variables have been passed as fname, lname, and enter. Okay, so fname equals Mustafa, lname equals BC, and enter equals submit. So and over here you can see that input tag has an attribute name which are taken by the URL as variables. So fname was a name attribute. So fname was the value of the name attribute in input box 1. Okay, over here this is input box 1, and it has a name attribute as fname. Input box 2, it has a name attribute with the value of lname. I hope this is clear. Okay, and enter was the name of submit button. Okay, and it always passes the value as submit because that's how it works. Okay, so right now we just saw with the get method. Now we will look with post method, and there is no much difference between post and get. Okay, I just have to change this $get to $_post. Okay, but the difference is in the URL and in the passing of the variables. In post method you can pass a large amount of variables and stuff in the URL, whereas in get method you are restricted to some amount. You cannot pass more than some amount in the URL. Okay, in the get method. So I will just quickly, it says get.php, and I can have two text boxes over here. I will add same BC over here. Yeah. Let's submit, and it says me welcome Mustafa BC. So there is no much difference between the output of both get and post method, but the difference has to be noticed in the URL. Okay, so in post method you do not have any variables shown in the URL, whereas in get method rightly the variables were shown in the URL. Okay, so post method is very much useful when you're passing the sensitive data like email, password, or something kind of phone number or the credit card number information. And in the get method, suppose you are searching for a query or anything, you can use get method, because get method have the ability that they can be easily bookmarked, and post method, because the variables aren't shown in the URL, they cannot be bookmarked easily. Okay, so that was all for this tutorial. I hope you understand this. If you do not, then please post comment on my YouTube channel. Please if you like this video, then please share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and view more and more. Okay, that's all for this tutorial. Thank you. Bye.